He'll be cautious this time.
Oh, you can bet that he'll be coming back. Greetings everyone, Adventures Infinity here, welcome back to more Let's Play Starcraft 2, Legacy of the Void. Yeah, scamper along to get broken again. Why don't you? Alright, now for this next mission, let's actually take everything out for now. We want to go with Solar Lance. Pretty much a better version of Orbital Strike. Orbital Strike, while it has its uses, Solar... Ha! I about combined all the abilities. Solar Lance gets a lot more destruction done. And I like how the system is here, whereas with Kerrigan you just had one of three about equal options most of the time. This you have some options that are clearly better than others, but you have to spend more resources to be able to use those powers. The Solarite that we're getting. So, kind of an interesting back and forth depending on like what kind of give and take you want to do. Nothing, Rohana?
I must, unless...
Right. We already did that last time. Anyway, now for this mission, we actually want to use the Centurion for their stun. The stun will be pretty useful here. And I'm going to be using the Dragoon.
Vengeance for ire.
We're going to be using the Avenger Dark Templar. That'll actually be kind of nice. Okay. I believe that's it, so let's take that and get back to the mission.
Artanis, welcome.
To my own bridge, thank you.
Sky Shield's in serious trouble, old buddy. If we can't bring it back online, Augustgrad's gonna take a nuclear-sized impact. Mobius Corps soldiers are on the platform now, and those guys are suicidal. Rather die than let us stop them.
The most dangerous kind of enemy. But now, we will defeat them. The achievements on this mission are rather interesting, but are not by any means insurmountable. There's just a way you have to go about things. Kind of a counterintuitive at that. Progress is automatically saved at key points. If you have trouble, you can load a save game and try a different strategy. That is, if it's tied to the things that you want it to be tied to. There are some missions where it's tied to something where, for the sake of getting achievements, you're not going to want to mess with. Oh well. I am here to guide you through the times that happens.
This ain't good. Sky Shield's not gonna last much longer. At this rate, we've got maybe 10 minutes left till it lands smack dab on our capital.
Your suspicions were correct, Commander. Mobius Corps is disabling the platform's atmospheric stabilizers as we speak. The damage appears repairable, Hierarch.
Yeah, assuming Mobius Corps leaves anything left to repair. Artanis, if you can clear out those troops, my boys can patch up those stabilizers. That should buy us some extra time.
We must move quickly. It will take the combined power of all 5 stabilizers to halt the platform's descent.
Must be a really high atmosphere around here. Anyway, let's go out and grab these resources and then come back. And then... okay.
The central stabilizer is nearby. Securing it first will deliver us a staging ground to assault the other 4.
Run these guys back, and then we want to attack up here. I'm going to unselect one Centurion from the group with every click. I have them all attack separate ones so that they all stun separate guys. As soon as they get over here, though, you want to start running back the dudes that are weakened. Haha. Okay. Get me more stuff.
Durability calculations updated. Commander, your construction vehicles can begin the repairs.
Thanks, Artanis. My boys are putting a sensor tower here. Should alert you if Mobius Corps swings through this area.
Construct additional pylons.
Okay. Get me another pylon. And give me a pylon up here too. It's actually going to be a good place for pylons. Alright, let's get ourselves... Well, for now, let's just attack. We get vision of this whole area.
I am detecting an electromagnetic weapon ahead. The pulse emanating from these devices will slowly damage our shields. But their solarite reactors may be useful to us. Destroying these devices would be highly advised.
Alright, so we actually... Our bonus objective are these weapons. It'll, like he said, knock out our shields as we attack. Now, when you get vision of this area, you want to take out the Hellion group that's roaming around, as well as these guys, as those are probably the biggest groups. After that, hit pretty much whoever you want. I'm going to hit these guys because they're closest. There we go. That takes care of just about everything for now, and we're going to have them go ahead and attack up the here. Gonna start a dark shrine up here because I'm a bit too lazy to go back to base. And I have to go back to base anyway.
My conjecture was correct. These solarite reactors can be used to improve the solar core's energy output. I detect 2 more of these devices on the platform. If possible, you should seek them out.
Alright, we're not going to worry about upgrades. But as you might have noticed, I started a dark shrine. Well, actually, I said that. But it's a very important dark shrine. This is going to be where the Avengers respawn. So I want to get 2 Avengers and then send them after this upper EMP scrambler. They don't have detection up there. Losers. And now I want to have the probe here making forward pylons for us. This is a good little nook for us to hide the units in. And keep getting ourselves probes. Might as well actually put in a ton of probes. I want, as soon as this pylon finishes, a couple of Dragoons. And then after the Avengers are done, they're going to kill this thing, and then they're going to come down here. Be careful not to use the select all army hotkey for a while. Now let's attack up here. And, yep, once the bunker is down, we want to take out these guys. If you don't see the Marauders and Ghost, or the Marauders and Spectre, just put the solar lances on the starport going up to the left. Okay.
Warping aboard the solarite reactor now.
Alright, the Avengers got done. Nice. Okay, let's have the Centurion run around. After you get rid of this bunker and the guys standing around here, there's nothing else left. Okay. Now, while you're over here, build another pylon. We're actually going to need a couple pylons. Ooh, hey. Stay on the safe side of that and then run over here. Let's actually get a couple gateways started.
Nice work cleaning out that base, Artanis. Raiders, let's keep this ground secure.
Mobius Corps is mobilizing an attack against our nexus point. Rally our defenses.
A couple Dark Templar at home should be able to deal with it. Let's just have them wait right about there-ish. Get a couple more. Yeah, they won't even damage the, or they won't even kill the one gateway. There we go.
Sky Shield's descent is rapidly approaching critical. We must repair a stabilizer, quickly.
Alright, while these guys are making their way up here, we're actually going to start ourselves ready for a little maneuver. Get myself one more Centurion. We're going to run those guys up here. And then these guys are going to be ready right here. Now, we're going to save ourselves a mid-mission 9 save, and then we're going to attack everybody in right here. That save is actually very important because everything here is going to be a little time sensitive. Now I want to make sure solar lances hit the tanks as well as that Raven. Get rid of the... There we go. Get rid of the turrets and the bunkers and the tanks, but leave everything else. Now we're good. Or we're good for now. Now let's have ourselves get some more gateways up. Now this is because of the achievement.
Our time is nearly gone. We must secure a stabilizer, quickly.
Alright, at this point we need to, well, A, move fast. But we need to split our army evenly from what we build. We need to split our army evenly between Dragoons, Dark Templar, and Centurions. Let's attack up here. And then at the same time, make some Centurions and run them down this way. As soon as they get vision of this spot, turn on Solar Lance. I'm gonna run them up this way. It should be reasonable. Haha. Oh, come on.
Revising durability estimates.
Nice work. Got a repair crew inbound. Heads up. Looks like Mobius Core is starting to reinforce the stabilizers. Expect some heavier resistance.
A third stabilizer has been cleared of enemy forces.
Gotcha. Repairs underway. Man, you're sure pissing Mobius Core off. A lot of troops guarding the stabilizers. Make sure you got enough forces to engage.
Make sure we kill everything. Cross the line. And plat trick.
Durability calculations updated. Only one stabilizer still remains in enemy hands. We must make haste.
Alright. That finishes off the achievements. Yeah, you get Plat Trick, the Mastery achievement for getting 3 of these platform stabilizers cleared out within 80 seconds. So the time it takes for Solar Lance to go through once. Now, while I'm building up here, I'll kind of elaborate. What do I need more of? Dragoons and Centurions. I also need more probes. Yeah, no wonder I haven't had much resources. But yeah, what we did was we kind of fought through this area and cleared it out up to here. At the same time, we got ourselves the Solarite from over here. And then we attacked up here, but we left some of the forces alive. The guys that were at the top of this ramp and the missile turret down here. This was so that this didn't technically count as cleared out yet. We then notice that there's an attack on their way. And knock them out. Solar Lance is so great for that. Anyway, then we went out and actually cleared this one, while at the same time sending units down from here to go over here and let us Solar Lance this one to death. It's completely reasonable that Solar Lance will take care of everything in this area. I just got a bit unlucky. Alright, let's get some Centurions. I'm just building up for a little bit. And then once these 2 areas have been cleared out, you go and finish off what you left back here. It's going to be reinforced slightly as you start taking out more of the stabilizers or clearing out the stabilizer areas, but c'est la vie. Alright, that should bring it up to speed. We need pylons. Go back and make pylons. I'm going to wait for one more attack, probably. And then we'll be good to go. If you put structures up here, oddly enough, it's not very likely to be attacked unless the attack wave has some air units with it to see the high ground, or you put cannons up here to aggro the stuff. Alright, so yeah, like I said, we want about equal measure Dark Templar, Dragoons, and Centurions. Once we have about 100 supply, we'll be going. Well, 100 supply, and we see where the next attack is coming from. Thankfully, they never re-attack these areas. We are going to be missing one of the achievements, which is going to be not letting the timer fall below 4 minutes, but it's easy enough to go on a lower difficulty and get that, because they give you a lot more time from the outset that Brutal does not. Now I'm going to wait for this next attack. There you are. The scan tower is actually useful. What do you know? Alright, now let's clear out the rest of this. While we're at it, we'll have our builder probe come by and build us forward pylons. And the nice thing is that you can send the Dark Templar in just to fight straight up. You don't really need to worry about them too much, because if they die, they'll go back to the Dark Shrine. Now, looking at the minimap, I've realized that none of them have died yet, but oh well. You know that feeling you get when you don't get to take advantage of something, even though it's supposed to be a last resort type thing? Yeah, it always feels like a ripoff when you don't actually get to utilize it, but in the end, you kind of realize that it is saving your stuff. Alright, let's use Solar Lance to get rid of the Thor. It takes 2 of them, as well as the units there, and then attack over here. There we go.
The final Solarite reactor is being warped aboard now. I will begin installing them as soon as possible.
Okay. And yeah, that should be pretty much it. Let's just attack down here and clear everything out. There we go. Now some of the Dark Templar are dying, and they get sent back here. That effect can't happen more than once in 60 seconds, so that does have to cool down, but it is really nice. You can kind of send the Suicide Squad out.
Friend Raynor, Sky Shield has been stabilized, and Mobius Core is retreating.
Admiral Horner will take control of the station from here. Gotta say, I owe you big time for this one, partner.
And with that, we finish Sky Shield. We're going to do All the Time in the World next. We get No Time for Games for securing 2 stabilizers within 3 minutes. And then the Mastery Achievement Plat Trick for securing 3 stabilizers within 80 seconds. So if you get Plat Trick, by extension, you've qualified for No Time for Games. But now I'm going to get this really quick. I'm just going to basically make an army and roam around.
Only 1 stabilizer still remains in enemy hands. We must make haste.
Our day will come.
Oh, hey, getting deployed. Well, not where I was intending to talk to you guys again, but figured might as well be able to see me getting that achievement. Yeah, you get a lot more time with this one, both starting out and with each extra... Oh, what would it be?
Right on. One less Mobius Core base to deal with. My boys got it from here, Artanis.
That wasn't much of a base. But yeah, you just get a lot more time, and making the same army that I did last time, with the same strategy I did last time, just not waiting to hold off, or not waiting to get rid of stuff, then you actually get everything done rather quickly, I guess is the best way to put it. And with completing it with more than enough time to spare, we get all the time in the world. Now let's get back to the Spear of Adun. I used up a little extra time just because I was looking around maybe for Easter eggs that people maybe haven't seen yet. Couldn't find anything.
That's a hell of a thing your boys did, Artanis. Sky Shield is back online. We're about to call down the cavalry.
We will join you on the surface and extract the keystone.
I got some bad news for you. Seems our friends below had the same idea. While we were fighting to get planetside, the Imperial Palace was raided. Security data indicates the keystone was taken. My mama used to have a saying, when it rains, it floods.
I am uncertain as to how this saying is helpful, friend Raynor.
Me either. Wait a minute. I'm getting intel. A Mobius Core evac team is headed toward Bennett Port. They got the keystone.
We shall not let them escape.
Alright, well, at least we still know where it is.
Hierarch, I have powered up a new ship subsystem. You can review it in the solar core now.
Right on. We'll take a look at that in a second.
It's looking bad, Artanis. A lot of dead people down there. We gotta take these bastards out.
What could have led these Terrans to come under Amon's thrall?
They were assigned to some top-secret details, running security at Dr. Narud's hybrid research labs. After Valerian re-established the government, the Mobius Foundation went dark. Last transmissions were chaotic, crazed. Next thing we know, the attack started.
Then Amon has turned them into his slaves. An army. They are dangerous, but they are only the start of the war to come.
You always were the optimistic sort.
You know, that is one thing about, well, this whole series that I would like, is actually being able to play the missions where these things happen to them. Like the initial skirmish Jim would have had, like, against these guys. I guess that's just kind of how it is when you decide to break up your campaigns into contiguous chunks. Oh well.
Amon will not rest until every living thing is under his dominion.
Pretty sure we already heard
I
that.
will find the keystone.
Yep, they're just going through the same stuff as before. Rohana?
Truly, those Terran mouths. Disgusting.
How do you eat? Oh yeah, solar radiance.
Why have we come here? Take caution, Hierarch. The Deul binds us.
Yeah, it blinds you.
These Terrans seem to be a species in the early stages of their development.
They created you. Yeah.
You are unlike the other leaders I have known. Why have we come here?
Okay, enough poking around, Rohana. Okay,
Your friends are most unusual, Hierarch.
right, okay. The new subsystem. Yes, this is a pretty good one. So let's see, what do we need? Oh yeah, for next mission we're going to be taking configuration approximately like so. Pretty nice. I guess I should just go over these at least once. Most deploy pylon and chronosurge you've already seen. Warp and reinforcements is just like deploy pylon, but you get 2 ranged and 2 melee warriors at the same time. So a pylon and then units that pylon can supply. Temporal field will freeze units, like stop them in time. Heroic units, like big beefy things, like hybrid are the main things. Or other hero units, they're only going to be slowed by half. And then over here, we get one that is one that I stay on orbital assimilator on pretty consistently. This is gas without workers. Really, really useful. Kind of like starting supply in the sense of like not needing to spend that supply on probes. Nexus Overcharge turns your Nexus into a cannon, basically. An extremely long-range cannon. And Warp Harmonization? Oh boy. If I could have Warp Harmonization and Orbital Assimilator at the same time, I totally would. But you can use your Stargates and Robotics Facilities exactly like Warp Gates. So instead of having to build out the Robotics Facility or Stargate, like manually, you can just warp those units straight in just like the Warp Gates. It's awesome. Okay. And that's about it for now. No one else wants to really offer anything new.
Our Hierarch has chosen to grace us with his presence.
for all but a second. Alright. I like how the battle kind of updated up here. Alright, let's look at the next mission then. Getting the Keystone.
Mobius Corps is making their way to Bennett Port with the artifact. We gotta stop them before they get away with it.
Right on, and we actually get our Immortal. Probably one of the most useful units in the game. But next time, we complete Brothers in Arms to recover the Keystone. Until then, this is Adventures Infinity signing out. Take it easy.